For the first time ever, we will be talking about the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato, the last Huracan version ever made. This makes no sense at all. The sound is absolutely perfect. 3, 2, 1, listen to this. Oh yes. Hello guys, I am back today welcoming you all with this. Right in front of us we have the 2025 model Lamborghini Huracan, but as you can already see, it's not a regular one. This is quite a special one because for the first time ever we will be talking about the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. So this car here in general is limited to 1,499 pieces and is also the last Huracan version ever made. That's why it's extremely special for me, because this one comes with, I think, one of the last V10s. So this one comes with a 5.2 liter V10 producing 611 horsepower. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle, and the entire concept of the Sterrato is to take it off-road. So this is not a regular Huracan, and that's why it's my favorite one. So in today's video I will be giving you a full tour of the exterior. Afterwards we'll be checking out the special interior, and then last but not least we will be listening to the V10 raw because the sound is absolutely perfect. Also, I thought the entire atmosphere here would match with the Sterrato, so I hope you appreciate that. The car comes with an extremely big engine, so we're talking about a 10-cylinder. We do the 0 to 100 sprint in 3.4 seconds. We have a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Top speed is 260 kph, but you don't even take this for like high-speed record runs or track days. This is actually a fun car. This is a car that wouldn't actually make a lot of sense, but it makes so much sense when you drive it, and it's so much fun. Talking about the base price for Huracan Sterrato is at 220,000 euros, but we have a special one here. This one comes with the exterior paint called Bianco Fanes, a white matte finish, but as you can already see, this is a full ad personam exterior finish here. It's completely custom made, as you can see here, with the entire livery, with the 63. All around the car is just absolutely special. We'll be checking out all the highlights later on. So the total price for this car, the test car that we have here, fully specced out, is 326,000 euros, which is quite a lot, but definitely worth it. So let's start with the walk around, and we will be speaking about all the highlights and details of the Huracan Sterrato, because something really cool that I have to mention before we start is that the entire chassis is built on a hybrid made from aluminum and carbon fiber, which gives this the perfect stiffness as well, but also it's perfectly built for rough terrain like we are here right now. But unfortunately we will be not taking it off-road. We will be just doing a walk around, and in the future we'll be also doing a drive with that one as well. So let's get on. Let's start with the face of the Huracan Sterrato. In the beginning I really didn't like it because I thought it doesn't make any sense and no one would ever buy it, but because it doesn't make a lot of sense, that's why people buy it. It's so emotional, and that's the thing that I appreciate about this car a lot, is the emotions. I mean, you have an amazing engine and also an amazing car that's sitting way higher than a regular Huracan. You can also see the side fenders here just for off-roading purposes. We have the off-roading lights here in the front, which I will be turning on later just to show you, and that's for me makes a perfect supercar. So I love this a lot now. As I mentioned, ad personam finish here on the exterior with the 63 livery. We have the Huracan specific eyes here, the final Huracan. I think this year they will be showing a new Huracan. Can't wait to show you that. The front off-roading light. Something really important is that in Germany you are not allowed to drive with these lights on, so they actually invented covers, which I have in the trunk, which you have to put on if you turn them on, which actually doesn't make a lot of sense, and I think these are optional, so if you want you can have them. Lamborghini badge here in the front. The entire finish with the color is just perfect in my opinion. Really, really cool. The only thing that they don't have on this car here is a front camera. I wish we had a front camera on the Huracan Sterrato. We have a camera on the back, which is super helpful when parking, but I think for an off-roading car with off-roading purposes, front camera would be extremely helpful. Talking about the side in general, as I mentioned, we are sitting way higher than a regular Huracan. You can also see that, and you can't adjust the height. You don't have any lift system. It comes that way with the steel suspension. And here you can see the side fenders here. I honestly didn't like the plastic look on the side of Sterrato. I thought it would make a Huracan look extremely cheap, but now for me it's so cool to have that because it makes this car so rough and so emotional. That's what I like the most about it, and that's what I will be mentioning a lot of times throughout the video. I just love the car for being super emotional. The side fenders here, perfect for off-road usage, so if something happens, if they scratch or something, you just replace them and you're ready to go again. We have these wheels on. If I'm not mistaken, these are winter tires, so we're talking about 19-inch in the front with the bronze finish. I'm a huge fan of the finish. So with the entire setup here, I really like it a lot. These would be also my wheel options. We have the carbon ceramic brakes from Lamborghini finished in red, really cool. Brake disc is also humongous. The brakes work absolutely perfect. Here on the side again, you have this plasticky look here, and also here on the side, so there's no carbon fiber that you mostly have on other Huracans. So it's a perfect match for an absolute monster like this. The LP6104 badge here on the side. We also have a badge here on the inside. You can see Huracán Sterrato 1D 1499 as it's limited. Here on the top we have some roof racks with the Sterrato details. It's pretty cool with the intake over there. It's so cool. We'll be also showing you why this makes no sense at all later on. Okay, again, side fenders. We have 19 inches also here in the back, but way bigger tires, so they look small but they aren't. Pretty cool with the bronze finish. Huge fan. Let me show you the rear. What an amazing day to be filming this absolutely gorgeous looking car. At this point also special thanks to Lamborghini for sending me the Sterrato to be testing it for you. I have to say, in the beginning I wasn't sure about the car in general, but I fell in love. It's my favorite Huracan model, and I just wanted to ask you guys, which one is your favorite Huracan edition or version? My top one is the Sterrato now, second would be the Performante, and then third I think the Evo. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Something that I really like about the Sterrato rear is this small little ducktail, so there's not an additional spoiler that you have. The exhaust setup is also comparable to what we've already seen with the Performante, for example, also one of my favorite Huracan models, or the SVJ, also here with the two around exhaust. It's titanium exhaust, also with the cover. It looks really rough the way they did it, also with the Lamborghini badging here, full finished in black. We have the V10 badge here, Ordine di Ascensioni. I hope my Italian works on that time. So the Huracan Sterrato rear looks pretty cool, but let's just jump inside and let me also show you the inside before I do that. As you can see, door handles here, seamless, so all you gotta do is push that and then pull the door towards you. And here we have the inside, the Huracán Sterrato. Let me jump inside. And here we are now, right inside the Huracán Sterrato interior. Let me just close the door for you. And there we go. Huracán Sterrato animation right over here. Yeah. The inside is actually comparable to what we've seen with quite a lot of other Huracans, but this one is quite special because I have to mention a few things that I noticed the last few days when driving this car. First things first, we have these optional, I think, carbon fiber bucket seats, and something really cool is that these are not really stiff, okay? These actually move a bit, and I think that makes so much sense when off-roading the car, because if you have an extremely stiff seat, it will just hurt your back. Also, the finish here on the seat is just absolutely superb and perfect here with the Alcantara details, with the Sterrato emblem, and then the Lamborghini here on the headrest with the red piping, with the black leather, and then the Alcantara Dinamica finish. I'm a huge fan. The only thing you can actually do is move the seat. All you gotta do is push that up and then pull the seat towards you or to the back, and all the way to the back you can already see we have this bit of a rolling cage. And now there's something that I have to mention is here in the back you don't see anything. So why did you actually put a rear view mirror inside the Huracán Sterrato? This doesn't make any sense. So we can't see anything throughout here because you don't see anything. And this is something super weird. I wish we had a digital rear view mirror instead of the physical one, because this is extremely useless. In the inside, everything here finished in Alcantara Dinamica, Lamborghini badge here. We have no cup holders. All we have, because this car is super rough, is some space inside here. It's not a lot. Yeah. And then behind the screen we have a lot of space also here. That's where you put the key inside. The steering wheel is actually the exact same one as we've seen with all the other cars, but the only difference is, let me just start the ignition. Here we go. The only difference on the Huracán Sterrato is that we have 3 driving modes only. So we have the Strada mode, we have the Sport mode, and then we have the Rally mode. So the Strada mode is just comfortable driving. The exhaust is also not on, so it drives super nice. There's not a lot of noises. It's perfect for daily driving, this car. When you go into Sport, also the theme here, the design changes when you do that. There you go. With Sport, the car is so much better when driving. The ESC is set in Sport and the sound is way louder. And then in Rally mode, you have the ESC mode turned into Rally, so you can drift around on the sand dunes or off-roading this car around. So the car revs way higher in Rally mode, so you have a way better drive when off-roading this car. The car is instantly there when you need it. So also driving in lower gear all the time. We have the shift pedals here, which don't move with the steering wheel. That's also something that I really love about the Huracan here. The airbag cover finished in plastic. I don't like that, but the steering wheel in general, I have a problem with it, because first is the airbag cover finished in plastic, and second is this part here. I mean, you pay so much money and then you get this weird sound. That's something I don't like. And my third thing I don't like is the drivability of this car, because you have so many buttons here on the steering wheel, but not even one single button to set the volume of the media. Nothing. So all you got to do is, when you want to set the volume, is you got to press this and then you set the volume here. But you can't instantly do it. You get what I mean. What I want for the volume is something haptic, so you can touch it, feel it, and then just turn down the music as like instantly, okay? But here it doesn't work. But instead we're getting these few buttons here on the steering wheel, as you can see here. This one is completely useless, as you don't have a lot of menus here on the screen. You can see average speed, service, a few information here. Yeah, but this doesn't make any sense. I wish instead of having these buttons, we would have a volume up and down or something button. But all in all, guys, I am in love. I love this car so much, and we will be listening to the sound. Guys, listen up to this. First things first, let me just start the ignition. Let me just do that. And I will be switching the car instantly to Sport mode, so the car is way louder. I will be also putting the windows down for you. There we go. And now 3, 2, 1, listen to this. Oh, yes. Listen to the V10 of this Huracán Sterrato. Wow! Guys, now it's time for my favorite part of the video. It's time to be listening to the sound check from the outside. From the inside it was crazy, but from the outside, listen to this. This car sounds absolutely perfect. It's so loud. How do you guys like the sound? Rate it from 1 to 10 in the comment section below. So to finish off the video, there's one thing that I don't want to miss out, is how to activate the off-roading lights on the in the front of the Huracán Sterrato. First you got to do is activate the high beams, and then after you do that, you have a button in the inside. All you got to do is press that button, and then you will have these lights turning on. The only issue in Germany is that these are actually illegal. So when you use them, you actually have to put covers on them. So getting them is actually makes no sense, but I don't even think that the police minds, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic, especially in the night. How do you guys like it? Let me know in the comments below.